Don't go anywhere. Today we're diving into the crazy things Mary did for love. It's basically a workplace comedy. In front of everyone, Mary actually proposed to Andrew on the street, leaving bystanders speechless. Subtitles: Mary made an effort to appear pitiful, and Andrew ultimately decided to let her off the hook. It seems her performance really paid off. So, they kicked off an unequal partnership, and in just a few days, they were knee-deep in marriage. Mary sure paid a price for this. Mary's marrying Andrew had its reasons, as just a few days ago, she was dealing with the VP shenanigans, such a workplace drama. Mary was ruthless as she tried to fire the VP, thinking she was totally checked out. What a nutty workplace showdown. Mary stormed out of the office, and the VP came out fuming like a dragon. Talk about an obstacle on the promotion highway. Mary told her to shut up, but the VP got even more fired up, voicing the frustrations of the oppressed. It turned into a dramatic showdown. Fearless, Mary dropped a bomb about the VP extramarital affair. She clearly wasn't here to play nice. She threatened that if the VP kept causing trouble, she'd turn her antics into a viral video, a true survival fighter. Facing the pressure, the VP had no choice but to back down, realizing Mary was like an immovable mountain. But then the board called in the VP with the chilling message she was facing potential deportation. The board shockingly decided to let the recently fired VP replace her position. What a workplace black swan moment. Seeing her hard work about to go down the drain, Mary rushed to plead with the board. It's pure workplace melodrama. But then Andrew burst into the office, unexpectedly becoming her savior. Poor Mary was left bewildered. She boldly announced to everyone that she was marrying Andrew, who looked utterly bewildered like, "Who am I?" Mary kept double-checking if she misspoke, but the two board members had already seen through her little act. The board hurried her to get the marriage certificate. It's a win-win to avoid immigration drama. The news spread like wildfire through the office, and everyone looked at Andrew with pity, while he was still completely bewildered. Meanwhile, Mary pretended nothing happened and carried on with her work. It's pure workplace shame-free charm. She was anxious and needed to understand how she got dragged into such a ridiculous marriage plot. Talk about being used. Determined to keep her job, Mary was ready to do anything. It's the mindset of a true gambler. She grimly pushed Andrew to marry her, threatening that his dreams would shatter instantly. What a ridiculous parental drama. If he got fired, she'd be back to her miserable job search days. Talk about endless exhaustion. Mary just wanted to bide her time until her new visa came through so she could divorce in a hurry. A truly cunning workplace woman. Everything seemed to hinge on her fleeting thoughts, and in the end, she was deeply tempted by the prospect of a promotion. She accompanied Mary to the immigration office to sign the detention agreement, and the front desk seemed to be well prepared as they led them to a room. Talk about organized. The immigration chief was seasoned, having seen plenty of people who tried to dodge immigration by funding people to play pretend. What a pro. And she warned Andrew not to collude with Mary to lie, or else they'd be in trouble. Such a sage in the workplace. The two had to prepare for a one-on-one interview, truly a test of their relationship. Just wait for it. If their answers matched, Mary could avoid a disaster, but Andrew would face worse consequences. What a lively workplace scene. Andrew was filled with mixed emotions, really not wanting to leave, and promises felt as fragile as dreams. In the end, he bravely crossed the door of his conscience, weaving a lie for Mary. What a conscience prawn. He told the director they were in a secret romance due to work reasons. So romantic and mysterious. Mary jumped in, claiming she was going to Alaska with Andrew to celebrate Grandma's birthday. It's a marrying on the easy script. With that, the director had no reason to keep them. A perfect excuse plus a sharp plan. However, Andrew's expression grew darker, feeling uneasy about the director's words. A truly nerve-wracking test. After the fact, Mary demanded a promotion and insisted on a proposal performance, leaving Andrew with no choice but to comply. Seeing himself getting increasingly humiliated, Andrew felt a sense of peace in his heart. Such a workplace-friendly deception. On the plane, they got to know each other well, and Andrew seemed like an invisible prince, which made Mary feel a tightening in her heart. Mary was surprised by Andrew's thoughtfulness as the plane was about to land, but she started worrying about accommodation. She instinctively thought Andrew lived in a run-down area. With a classic stereotype. Upon landing, Andrew's family warmly welcomed them. Talk about a delightful atmosphere. Mary listened to Mother's explanations, echoing in her ears it's the beginning of a family drama. Looking at the street stores with the same money pendants, it suddenly clicked in her mind. She realized all those stores were her family business. It was quite the thrilling revelation. As her field of vision broadened, Andrew's mansion came into her sight, and she could hardly believe the truth that lay right before her eyes. Suddenly, Dad joined the conversation, and Mary felt the world turning upside down. Mary was mocked as not being an editor, and Dad couldn't hold back his embarrassment, leaving Andrew speechless.